So I was trying to get somebody into Transformers Beast Wars, and I did. Well, no,
Okay.
actually, to be fair, he was asking me what shows were you watching recently, and I was like, oh shit, I was watching Pro Bono, and then that's my favorite show now, and then I watched Transformers Beast Wars. He's like, oh, bet. And so I didn't think he was actually gonna watch it. He was a text to me about it. And he's saying like, yo, Rat Trap's an asshole and all this other shit. And then he said something that like, he was like, okay, I'm confused. So Wasp Eater blew up this episode. How was he back alive? And I was like, oh, it's in like the original G1 continuity. So they're more robots than, real people. And as long as he didn't destroy the spark, they were okay. And he's like, but, I'm not a Transformers person, but I'm pretty sure in the movie, did they get like really fucked up in the movie and just die? And I was like, yeah.
These are beasts. These are the beasts on machines, man.
And I guess this to say, in the original G1 continuity, unless if they tell you it's a sad moment, no one really died, right?
Yeah. Their sparks live on, audience, and in some cases you could just fuse two sparks to make a new one. So
I think my problem is that Starscream can become a ghost.
Yeah, Starscream became a ghost, and not only that, it's actually a plot point that's important to Beast Wars in 2 different episodes for 2 different reasons. Well, to be fair, they do say, and we'll get into it in the review, but they do say the Starscream spark is special for reasons they could not figure out. So he is a unique case.
Yeah, but they never figure out like in any show. He just comes back.
No, maybe he's just that much of a fucking tryhard.
The movie did a better job of explaining Megatron returning than they did than anything did the Star Trek situation.
It's true. It's true.
So petty. So petty.
He's that petty, I suppose.
Yeah.
We'll see the ghost of Starscream again.
Yeah. I can imagine like most people who just became Beast War fans are like, this show was too good for the 90s. They should have waited for the early 2000s for it to pick up a decent quality,
Honestly, I would have swapped if I could get Beast Wars. And I love Prime. If I get Beast Wars over Prime, I do that. If I get like Prime animation for Beast Wars, I'd be set. But I want the animation.
That's my Transformers, Jake. That's from the 90s. Mom was a 90s kid.
I know. So. I guess my thing is more like, I like the animation of Beast Wars, but the art style is just ugly. And if they could just get the art style, well, I don't know if I want a translation 1-to-1, but I would love like a modern adaptation of Beast Wars with the same cartoony but serious structure it has. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I always forget. There's something I was gonna talk about, but I keep forgetting it by the time I get to.
You shouldn't have started with that bullshit story.
Well, I started with it because I forgot what I was actually gonna say, and I still remembered this.
Yeah. I want to save my rant of 29.9 DN for tomorrow, audience. So I'll hold off on that. So,
it's true.
Yeah. By the way, audience, I was right about that book because of the writer. I was right. I want to be on record, So
it's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So, I mean, we have no Witch Day, audience, so you're going to have to just settle for a straight today. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. A terrific trio. So anyway, now that we got the giggles out of the way, you guys want to just get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So anyway, welcome Contract Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Hey, Team Silverbolt and Black Arachne all the way.
Fuck that man, bro. We gotta talk about it.
He was listening to his Rodimus, all right, Jake.
We gotta, you know what? We gotta get on that boy Silverbolt. But for now, it's me, Jake Tylenol here. We don't accept simps here on my team. On my dream team, simps will not be allowed. The stakes are too high. I'll have Bayverse Optimus kill Silverbolt myself if I have to. All right.
Oh my
God. Ace Comics, Breaky Wall. Watch our Wonder Man review, please.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you can watch it on the channel in the live section. That's right. We do all our things live. So, and you can always watch the playback right there.
Mm-hmm.
And together we form the Phanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And on our Mondays, we have mostly news. From what I saw, it was pretty light news, right? Like it was
light. Okay. We had some last minute gems to add, so
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll be
Okay.
talking about some things. Let's see if I can guess by the thumbnail because I'm not at my computer right now. We'll be talking about One Piece. All right.
Oh,
Wrong.
Ultimate,
nah.
Oh, wrong. That's wrong. We're not
It's
talking about
anime
it.
in general. Anime versus manga.
Okay. Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
that's still One
it's
Piece.
comics versus the manga.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Ultimate Impact Reborn. All right.
Mhm.
Doorman returns
Oh
to
yeah.
to knock on your expectations. All right.
Ding dong.
Oh, to ding dong on your expectation. That sounds dirty.
Ding dong did.
Yeah.
The ding dong did
Dude,
your
dude,
expectations.
that sounds like his tagline if he ever goes to the adult industry in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then it's not on the thumbnail, but we will also be reviewing the mid series of Transformers Beast Wars. Okay, where the war continues on, and then we have a bunch of comic news which I don't memorize. I'm not at my
Mhm.
computer, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We have socials, but again, I'm not on my computer, so you'll just have to trust us on that. But we do have a
Mhm.
Twitter called Comic Fanatic 69. That one I do
Mhm.
remember. So
Yep. And we also
Um,
have the links to our socials in the description, so you can do that work, audience. We can't do it all for you.
that's true.
You know. So
and you better wish a happy birthday on Thursday.
yeah.
Happy birthday, dear witch.
Yep, 1 year older audience, 1 year older. Mhm. So anyway, all right. Now that you got all that out of the way, you guys just want to get started.
Now let's do it.
All right. Well, do. Let's get started. The first topic of the night, which
Why you
is
showing the
Ryan.
picture of him showing his sack to the camera?
Yeah, sure.
You guys have to suffer with me, all right? Like it's the same thing I brought up when I brought up that picture of Bo de Mayo. Hey, I have to look through a lot of pictures to find the perfect one for the topics, audience. I have to save them into my computer and actually upload them here. So those pictures
Man,
are in my gallery, whether I wanted them to or
you
not.
want to hear about a struggle? Me trying to find those Bionicle picks week to week when it was such a small fan base. I only had like 10 pictures to cycle through. I was like, fuck, what am I going to
Oh
do?
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
I had to
yeah.
start making my own thumbnails at one point.
See the struggle we go through, audience, and me and Jake have to go through for these shows. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, one of us does 90% of the lifting, while the other does a measly 10. But hey, I'm not bragging here.
It's
You know.
true. I see. I give a portion of my power to each job I work, and
Mhm.
I lift them up in ways that I can.
Gotcha. But anyway, so we're talking about the fact that Ryan Reynolds is focusing on the next Deadpool movie, which shouldn't be a surprise. I still don't know what the final verdict is going on between his wife and damn, what's that other guy's name? I forgot. I'm blanking on his name.
I forgot his name too, but that's going just now going to court. So
Oh, it's now going to court. Like,
they kept trying to get Ryan Reynolds and them kept trying to settle outside of court, and the dude now, no, I'm not having it. Justin something.
Justin Baldani, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he is not having it.
Yikes. So, some things are likely to be revealed, and more things are going to be revealed. And I just like to add,
That's why I think he's supposed to this Deadpool. I think he's trying to get as far as he can. Like, oh well, they kind of have to go and put it out. We know it's gonna make money.
yeah. Remember, audience, like this is to Disney's beneficial as well because they want to focus on winners at this point, and regardless of what's happening with Blake Lively and Justin Bobani, let's not forget Deadpool still brings in the bucks and the merchandise. So I don't know if he's going to have a big impact in an Avenger film after this. Maybe just a cameo, just to resolve that whole Thor scene from from his last movie. I like that to be touched upon at least.
I think that's gonna be like Doomsday or something. I would
Yeah.
imagine,
I
or
don't see how you
Secret.
do it at all.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Can't lose just him as Loki randomly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just flashing a random scene. Oh, in the universe, Deadpool was here. Like, I don't see what you do with that or making it
Yeah.
important to the story.
Gotcha. But
I agree.
in terms of the plot, like it could really be anything. Given Disney's route of representation, it wouldn't surprise me if they
Yeah,
wanted
Jake.
to kind of. yeah, it won't surprise me if they kind of want to bring in his daughter Ellie. That's still on the table, you know.
They're gonna make her a killer.
If they bring her in, I just want her just to be the sweet, adorable child. I don't want them to pull a Cassie Lang on us and introduce her as like a sweet, cuddly, a sweet, innocent soul, only to see her kind of be an unlikable person in her teen years. So yeah, I mean, but that's just me. So. Yeah, and one request. Deadpool knows what it's like to have a very bad first impression on the general public with what happened with X-Men Origins Wolverine, right? So, Wade, do your buddy Taskmaster a favor and give him some of your magic and give us the audience a Taskmaster we've all been wanting. Come on, So you can make a joke about
do the Mad Hatter. Or
Oh,
Mad
no.
Mad.
Mad
Madcap.
Hatter.
Madcap.
Madcap,
My bad.
Madcap, yeah. He is his own bag of craziness. Like, he's too crazy even for Wade Wilson audience.
That's why fans need to see it, bro. That's why that people need to understand. Y'all
Yeah.
think Wade's annoying. Y'all think Wade go too far. Just wait till you meet the actual villain of the story.
Yep. For recollection audience, like Madcap was the voice that Deadpool was talking to in his head. We all thought he was just being crazy up until we found out that, oh wait, no, that's actually a villain that was in his head this whole time, literally. And yeah, he basically filled in the role of the Carnage to Deadpool's Venom. Where when you see Carnage, you're like, okay, maybe Venom wasn't that much of a horrific monster, like in comparison. But there's a lot. There's still a lot to draw from with Deadpool, So yeah, Marvel definitely want to cash in on that cow. So if anybody wants more intel on up-to-date information that's going on with that Justin Bobani and Blake Lively situation, I know Popcorn Planet is making tons of videos on everything they can for that case. So I guess you guys go check them out. But yeah. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Nah, brother.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, let's move on to the next topic, audience.
Jake, look at this casting. God of War TV show casting Heimdall. We have Thor and we have Odin.
What I like so much about this casting, right, is you don't even have to tell me who's going to be playing who, right? I can already tell.
Heimdall was nothing like Game Hunt. That dude was nothing like.
You would have to tell me who's playing. You tell me one of these people are playing Kratos.
Okay, two out of the three. I go already.
No, I couldn't tell you Kratos from this picture. I'm not gonna tell you.
Kratos not in this picture.
No.
So what are you talking about?
Who are the three?
You deaf bastard is Heimdall, Thor, and Odin.
Oh.
Yeah. Guess who's Thor in between these three people?
I'm only guessing because Odin is actually good casting.
Yeah. I guess who's going to be Thor? I mean, guess who's going to be Thor?
The one on the left.
Oh. Oh, you just have to be that one fan, that one person, Jake. That 1%er, So, all right. So,
I don't like the idea that they casted Thor before they cast out of his sons because Thor isn't that important to the first story.
No, he's not. He's the story that Mimir tells you on the boat. So you're like, ooh, Thor. Wait a minute.
I think they just want to play their big cards right off the deck of this TV series, So that's why they're just jumping right up to the most relevant Thor game. I'm sorry, God of War game,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this with they're not jumping to Ragnarok. They're still doing God of War 4. It's just Thor's not in that game.
I was talking to
in that game. You fight his sons,
Magni and
Bodhi. And then at the end you get a post credit scene of Thor's foot and ram.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
I was talking about this with a friend of the channel, Tony Lawliot, and I was thinking and I know they're gonna do it, but I know some people are for it. My thing is I kind of like that. In the first game, Thor's just a story you tell on the boat. I like that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I like it better because we do get to see Thor eventually. I remember when I first played the game, it was more like, man, I wish I could just see Thor. But now seeing the games together, it's like I did like that Thor was just like the myth that Mimir told, like the boogeyman around these parts. Like all you could see of him was his statue and all that shit. I thought that was like cool. But I guess since that mystery's gonna be gone for gamers, I guess they're just more like, well, you already know what he's like, what he's about. So I guess seeing him now is kind of doesn't hurt anything. I just like that storytelling. It's not gonna be there, I guess. But
like that, I think Magni and Modi needs it. To be honest, actually seeing their relationship with Thor, if again getting none of that in the second game, despite them telling you random ass bullshit stories to them when they were like 10. You don't really feel anything for his family. Like like even the sister doesn't care about her fucking brother. So I do think giving them a different type of, I think showing their relationship more will benefit the fact that you're going to kill these kids. Especially Thor's response, his kind of muted response until he blows up, and the idea you're going to kill his last kid too.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't dare say her name.
I just want to know how much.
I'm sorry. So horrible.
I can only imagine how much the guy playing Thor is going to get paid, because if they want to follow the game storyline, like I can only imagine he's just going to pop up like in the last 2 minutes of the series finale.
The way they're probably going to do it,
I think he's going to get 3 scenes. I think we first see Magni and Modi. And Odin calls them. I think they're going to be with Thor. That's going to be the reveal of drunk Thor. I think we'll get a flashback of him with Modi and them. And then I think we're going to see the scene of him almost killing Magni.
I think they're going to still do the Mimir on the boat scenes. You're just going to see what actually happened. You're just going to see like Mimir's.
No, I don't think we're going to see him kill a giant. I don't think they got the budget for that.
He killed a giant, but it was like Atreus' size. It was like, a normal person.
Like I can see him being drunk, and I can see him. I think we'll see him attacking Magni. To get a full sense of that beating.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to do the Thanos thing, like we got the end game, and it's like, oh yeah, actually during 2016, this is what Thanos was doing. He was fighting like some random people. I think we're gonna see Thor leave to go on a mission, which is why he wasn't around to help his kids and shit.
I think they're gonna play it more to the parallel, because Magni and Modi are like parallels to like Atreus, and like their relationship with Thor is a parallel to like Kratos and Atreus' relationship at the time, where it's like Rocky instead of Atreus just wants like his dad's approval. He wants to do all this shit. Like he wants to be like his dad. Huh?
Did Baldur get casted?
Baldur? No, I don't think so.
No.
And honestly, just get Conor McGregor. Is Conor McGregor a good actor?
I don't want Conor McGregor.
Oh, okay. I heard he went on a spiral today. I heard he hasn't been good for years. But
come on, there are more Scottish actors out there.
I suppose, but he just looks supposed to be Conor McGregor. But I do.
Do David Tennant, man. Come on.
Listen, I love David Tennant. I love it, but I don't think he's a physical actor like that. He's a physical actor, but he's not like a fighter. He's not a fighter type actor, I don't think. But I know he can play the role well. He just wouldn't be able to fight.
I'll be too distracted. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. That's up my version.
I think my thing with but like Magni and Modi, I think they're gonna play the fact that Magni and Modi are like, their relationship with Thor is the opposite of what Kratos and Atreus has in this part of the game. Which led to like Magni and Modi spiral. Like they got hyped up in the god shit too, and that they could do anything because they're like Thor's kid, and that's what got him killed because they were so confident.
The one Modi was supposed to be the next step. He was supposed to inherit the hammer and stuff.
Right.
He got killed for it, obviously. Magni goes back to tell everyone Thor beats a dog shit out of him, almost kills him, and then that leads to my biggest misconception of the game. I still hate that Thor that Kratos like, oh, you killed Magni. It's like, no, nigga, your son stabbed him in the neck.
Right, but you led him to spiral to me, which led my son to
you for help.
Right. Well, did he go to him for help? I haven't played that game in years.
He led Thor in terror. Went to them.
I thought he was. I remember him shit talking. I haven't played God of War 4 in years, but I thought he was shit talking Atreus, and that's what
he was like. No, Greg and Atreus shit talking him, but he wasn't there for help. He said he was explaining to them that Thor called him a coward and fucked him up because he ran. And he was just crawling and shit.
I thought he was. I didn't think he was
mad. That was
I was in a situation.
He killed him.
I thought the whole situation was like he came for the run back because like my dad called me a bitch, so now I gotta beat you so I can prove I'm not a bitch. Like I thought that's
He
what that
was
was.
stumbling and double credit was so bad, like bro, this guy clearly not.
Yeah, I remember that. I just thought it was more like I just need my run back. I don't care if I win or
He
not.
fled in terror, bro. That man did not want to say. He showed up because he was scared of Thor.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think you would run. I don't know. I'll replay the game, but
But
you're
to
probably
be
right.
fair, the only people you can run to is Odin, who wouldn't give a fuck,
right.
or Kratos, who at the very least, if Kratos didn't kill him, would probably just left his ass there.
Yeah, but you know, I think that's the only thing I'll be for. You know what? You know what? The most important casting in this game is fucking Atreus. Because like
No.
for all this shit with the other gods are fine and all, but Atreus and Kratos are like the major focal point of both stories. So I need to know like who's Atreus. I think they're waiting because once they cast him, I think they're just gonna start shooting. He's a kid
They
actor.
can't go. They can't go. Tom Holland. He can't play.
Tom
every
Holland
young
is
hero.
Atreus.
Come on.
Why are you
Yeah.
bring up Tom Holland?
Yeah, why not the kid from
We're
Percy
talking about a
Jackson?
fucking
He's already
12-year-old.
well,
Mhm.
why not Percy Jackson? He's already a kid. He's already a Greek kid. He could be a Norse kid. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
He's good. Hey,
Um,
Hercules was a Norse god at one point. So
That's
in
fair.
the Disney animated show,
yeah.
you know. So,
Yeah, but I think Atreus to me is the most important casting, so none of this really matters to me until I see Kratos and Atreus interact on screen. That's gonna tell me if I'm gonna like the show, because they're
yeah.
they're the heart of the story for me, and if they're not casted right, then I'm not gonna probably enjoy it. So yeah,
All right. Okay. But yeah, this won't be the last casting news topic we have for God of War audience.
yeah, we're still
so-
missing Freya, Baldur, Kratos. I mean, Freya, Baldur, and Atreus.
Mhm. Oh damn! What was the name of the head? The one.
Mimir?
Mimir. Yeah, Mimir. Oh shit, we're missing Brock and Sindri as well. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
I think brought that cast. I just forgot to post it a little while ago.
Is he actually like dwarf size, or they're doing the?
Nah, I think it's a really
Yeah.
guy.
All right.
No, I think it is a dwarf. Let me
Oh,
check.
cool. All right, cool.
Oh come on! After that whole Snow White controversy, come on, you know.
Actor.
Come on, get the dwarf factor, and it better not just be. It better not just be Peter Dinklage. You know, come on, give other people.
Not Peter Dinklage, bro. Stop breaking up popular people.
I like that. I do like that. Even though Atreus was like,
The guy who voiced Mimir in the games is playing him in the show.
yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Tony did tell me that.
Danny Woodburn. No, what? What?
Yeah, bro. Who's it?
No, wait, hold on. I gotta make sure this is real.
Speak to me.
So, that was back. This was okay. Yeah, this was on the 30th.
Okay.
So we had Mimir coming back and just said that Brock and Sindri have been casted too.
okay.
Brock is going to be Danny Woodburn, and Sindri is going to be, I'm trying to find his name.
Danny Woodburn.
I hate articles, bro. They never just get to the point.
Yeah. Well, they want you to read. They don't want clickbait.
They always want me to read, but they just can't get to the point. If they get to the point, I'll read. I promise.
Right. You have to trust
I can't find his
me.
name. But Brock is a dwarf.
Okay.
Sindri.
Sindri's a tall man. Sindri's a tall man. That's
I don't know. I see two different dwarfs here. So I think they did a minute midget. The short dwarf man too.
Sure.
So Daniel Woodburn, that's his name, right?
Danny.
Okay. Danny Woodburn.
I just can't wait for like Thor and Kratos to meet, and Thor's like, "Get away from my daughter! That is my daughter! Fuck you!"
Danny Woodburn was in the Surface. I used to call it Adventure, the TV show. He was in Ninja Turtles. He been in a lot of stuff. Ninja Turtles. Seinfeld.
Okay, I'm looking at a picture of him, and yes, he looks like him. Yeah. Okay, I think that's spot on casting right there. You know, he has the bald. You know, he still has hair around his head, but you know, not on top. You know, so he looks more like the character. So, you know, good for him.
Hey, biggity men.
Yep. And you know, he has a bunch of scene stealing moments in the game too. So hey, more publicity for
Jeff
him.
Golka is apparently playing Sindri.
Oh, okay.
He's a Canadian actor. He's 4'7".
To
Okay.
be honest with you, Brock did have a lot
So
of
he's
shows.
taller than Brock, but he's not taller than what he would be like around what you assume Atreus' height might be.
Okay.
To be honest with
Fair
you, in God of
enough.
War 4, Brock had like one, and it was a good one, but he had one show stealing moment. That was him going to hell with Kratos. Sindri really had the better moments to me, if you ask me personally.
Mhm.
I think that's the point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
No, how they did those two characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So much to look forward to this with this series audience. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But the rest was just missing Fred, Atreus, and Boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Gotcha. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Wait,
No,
are you
they
guys
should
gonna
move
be
on.
okay? Because I know it was more like they didn't have his name at the time, but like, do you guys think story wise, Thor should Kratos should refer to Atreus as boy until the second game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it added more. It was an accident. It wasn't like intentional, but I think it added more that he called him boy for most of the game. I think he starts calling him Atreus more.
Yeah. I
But
mean that's. I mean it's gonna mean something when he stops calling him boy.
What do you mean they just have his name?
if I remember the
And
story
then again, he
correct,
didn't learn his name is Loki. He already knew his name was
no.
Chris.
If I remember the story correctly, behind the scenes, I think they're still trying to figure out like what Kratos' relationship was to Atreus at the time. And I don't think they
Mhm.
actually had a name for him until later. And I think they just wound up keeping it. So they had boy as like an insert. And that's why he
Mhm.
starts calling him, but he refers to him as Atreus. Like I think the first time he says his name, I think is like halfway or like past through the game, or like later in the game.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think that's around the time he starts using Atreus a little bit more.
Mhm.
Um, and that's why like in the next game he just says Atreus more. But
Yeah.
that's what I remember the behind the scene story being.
What?
I could misremember the details, but
What?
that's what I remember.
Yeah, wasn't it them just testing the waters as to whether or not they wanted to make Atreus like full on Kratos' son or not? Like
Yeah,
that was like
because I remember the
biological
story being they
thing.
were like he was gonna be like the stepdad or something, and
Mhm.
that would explain why
Yeah.
they didn't look the same.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, whether they changed it. So
Yeah.
The stepdad
They,
thing might have been better. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, they just want to see how fast. I guess they
No,
just want to see how
because the
fast
whole
though.
thing, the whole show and everything is prophecy based and shit. Like you think like I don't know. I feel like if the dad of your op is gonna be fucking Kratos for a different pantheon, I feel like I'll be in the fucking in the details of these fucking
right.
visions and shit.
Well, I didn't predict he would show up here. I didn't know he existed.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, guys. You guys, any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Okay. All right, then, audience. I guess with that, let's move on to the next topic. Do. All right. So, Captain America 4's original end credit scene was to introduce Amadeus. It was supposed to be the leader, alluding to like the experimentations he did with Amadeus, at least.
Didn't we have a
I
person
feel it's
named?
weird because we already knew he was supposed to be in the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
I'm
don't
pretty sure they
remember.
had.
There's a scene they talked about this right when the movie came out. There was supposed to be a scene where they send off like the blood or whatever the pills were to somebody,
Yeah.
and they didn't
Yep.
show it in the film, but that was supposed to be Amadeus.
Yep. It was the guy that Demolition Man was talking to over the phone, the kid who told
So
him,
that's
yeah,
all
these
that means
pills.
Demolition Man.
Oh. Even at his death, man, come on. Give him a superhero mantle, all right? So but anyway, so I'm I'm happy that they didn't bring him in because I think that would have been more salt to the wounds because like this film really should have been like the setup for Eli, getting into his patriot mantle, right? So to see that like instead Marvel decides, you know what, let's just swap that out to introduce another teen hero, so Amadeus, who has nothing to do with Captain America's mythos.
He don't. He has something to do with the Hulk mythos was all over this film. So I don't think that's fair to say he has nothing to do with this.
Okay, well, okay, let's bring up Amadeus' time in the Hulk mythos, right? I thought, as far as the totally awesome Hulk goes, like, is there anybody out there who actually wants
No, but
totally awesome
even
Hulk?
before that, he was big in the Hulk mythos. He was a big Hulk fan and stuff before he got his powers.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
give our
yeah. I
new
know.
viewers. Someone give the new viewers the rundown of who Amadeus Cho is.
Amadeus
Okay,
Cho is the Asian American Well, yeah, Asian
Korean.
American. Oh no,
Yeah.
Korean American.
Korean. Yeah. He's
Korean
the
American, super genius kid, little brother of Helen Cho, who's also in the Avengers movies.
yeah.
She was the
He's
lady who helped design Vision's body at the behest
yep.
of Ultron
Yep.
in that movie.
He's the eighth
And
smartest person on the planet, audience.
yeah, Abe's smartest person. He
Mhm.
is a big time friend of Hero. He kind of
Turkey.
takes on like a Rick Jones type of role for a while,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh,
He's
anybody who really needs help or needs some random smart person, they'll probably just call him this.
oh yeah. I mean, there was a
And
time he was working with Hank Pym's Ant-Man helmet. Then of course he was buddying. He was partners with Hercules. And yeah, he's been bouncing around with Marvel, is what we're saying, audience, before he got into the Hulk stuff.
but he was always in the Hulk around Hulk and Hulk Mentos. They didn't really focus on him until they wanted Bruce didn't want to be Hulk for a while anymore. It was all the whole brand new, all different thing.
Yeah.
So they gave the powers to him for a while. That was totally
Mhm.
off the Hulk. It didn't really go over that well. Not because
Yeah.
he wasn't, and not because his Hulk was necessarily bad. It was
Mhm.
that Hulk's whole character is defined by the pain and everything that having that power brings you. So
Yeah.
having a Hulk whose life was just better because of the power was like,
Mhm.
isn't it already kind of like the She-Hulk situation for a lot of people?
Yeah. Well, She-Hulk has her own beneficial charm to her that'll make people want to get and read her books. But with Amadeus,
It
I
also
just
doesn't
don't
help
think.
that they just kept trying to redo Hulk stories with him. It's the same
Yeah.
problem that Miles has with Spider-Man. Amadeus
I,
Cho as Hulk could have worked,
I
but
would.
if you're saying I have to get this or get Bruce Banner, then people obviously going to choose Bruce Banner.
Yeah. Yeah. I would chalk that up more to Greg Pak, who just ran out of juice when he was writing Amadeus Cho's Hulk run. Like at that point, he's like, okay, let me just redo stuff that I've already done with Bruce Banner Hulk. So
And this man has went to Planet Hulk. He done. I think
World
he did
War
a
Hulk.
personality thing for one time. Yeah, World War Hulk.
Mhm.
Uh, and pretty much every famous Hulk story you can think of. Will let you know of. I think he did a little bit of Future Imperfect at one point.
Yeah. I mean,
But it is what it is.
yeah, yeah. The reason I just want to bring it up because, like, looking in hindsight, right? Enough time has passed to see how did these runs, uh, solidify with the general public, right? I just haven't seen many people clamoring for Amadeus's era as totally awesome Hulk. I remember back when Professor Thorgy was still active in his channel, right? He used to have a comic book shop, right? I remember he made a video once, like saying, like, hey, this was a smart approach because you could be bringing in like a younger demographic who will be totally down with seeing like a more fun side of like Hulk. That apparently did not happen. He
The problem was he wasn't really fun. Like Amadeus Cho
He's
is
the
a
dude.
good character, but he's also an arrogant character. So it's like
Mhm.
watching like a young Tony Stark with Hulk powers, and that's not really that entertaining because
I just
people.
I just thought he was like dude bro Hulk, when
Yeah,
he
that's
was
basically what it was. His
yeah,
sister tried to keep him grounded, but she couldn't really do it.
yeah, but just based on everything, I've just never seen anybody just like champion him as Hulk. I've never once met a person who's like, okay, I've seen people champion Riri Williams as Ironheart, Kamala as Miss Marvel,
I
Spider-Man,
don't. I If you champion Riri Williams Ironheart, you're bad.
but I know, but I've at least found people who wanted to see them, explored in the
I don't think who
MCU.
want to see Amadeus Cho's Avengers too. It's just they
Hmm.
want to see. They would just rather they just jump to Braun instead of jumping straight to Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, that's also another thing. Based on what the general public wants to see out of their Hulks now, I don't think bringing in like a dude bro Hulk who's just going to be there for comedic gags most of the time will be in the best interest of the MCU because basically the peak of Amadeus's run as Hulk was really when he was Braun and when he was teamed up with Agents of Atlas.
Well, it's also
I
just
And
kind of
disagree. I disagree.
okay, what is it then?
I'd rather say it's him with the champions than him with the Age of Atlas for like 5 issues.
Champions when it was written by Jim Zub, because I recall like the first run of Champions where it was written by Mark Waid. They were just basically going social justice on that, and not many people like that, So yeah. So, I mean, I think the biggest thing I remember from Mark Waid's Champions run with Amadeus was just him trying to ship Amadeus and Viv for a bit.
That's not what he tried to do. Viv wanted to know what kissing was. She kissed him. She didn't like it. Then she kissed Riri and found out she was gay. That's all there was.
Yeah, and she tried hard too. I mean, that was a full-on deep French kiss that lasted probably like 5 minutes. She wanted to be sure if she felt anything.
It was one panel, people.
It was one panel, but then it bled into like the next issue too. So
of course, but
she wanted to make sure. She wanted to make sure if she felt anything, and she didn't. Yikes!
I need to make absolutely sure just before I commit. You know what? Good on her for wanting to be sure of herself instead of just jumping.
Yeah, you could have said that. You could have said that nicer in front of everybody. Like.
No, he deserved it.
Gotcha.
The problem, like them being arrogant, him getting put down a lot, is like part of the character because that's the situation. I think him and Hulk could have worked if you did Braun and then just have him have like the Bruce Banner Hulk out moments from there.
Yeah,
but I don't think you could have did like totally awesome Hulk. Well, MCU people want a Hulk that people just want regular Hulk, to be honest.
Yes,
which is we'll get into that in the other news though.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I just think this was for the best because you don't have any idea so where these characters are going, where these young heroes are going to be popping up in the foreseeable future. Then we have a problem because they're not going to be considered young at that point by the time you use them. So So yeah.
No, who wants to be young in this day and age?
Well, I mean, if you're on a team that's literally labeled Young Avengers, I would assume you'll be on the young side, like in the early.
Bro, 20s. We're not doing that anymore. They just hit heroes that are around.
Yeah,
we are the heroes.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right, you guys, have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
This kid's like really young to be telling Cho's younger brother.
Yeah. True.
Just 5-year time skip, and he had like Age of Ultron with 2016.
Yeah, but then you can also
that's 15-year gap.
Hey, but then you also say one of them got blipped, so minus 5 years, or add 5 years or whatever, So
all right,
okay, all right then. I guess with that we can move on. Jake, the next one's your topic.
Which one do I start out with?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. We are back with season 2 of the Beast Wars. Okay, possibly you could argue the most important war to ever happen in the G1 continuity as of this season. Joining us today, Austin has had a chance to actually watch Beast Wars, and he didn't get to give like a full-on his impressions of it. So I didn't want to take the time to see. Austin, what do you think of Beast Wars so far as someone who's watching it?
I like it, but I can't get over his art style. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Okay.
What compared to other Transformers shows, what do you like about it?
It's focused on one-on-one. Well, character-based storytelling is probably the best in the series so far. It really gives every character their moment to shine and give them like a small arc. Some a lot of shows doesn't do, or they do is be like very loosely. So, and the stuff it does well, it does really well. Like it doesn't half-ass like a lot of shit. I still hate the transformations.
How do you feel about
they had to transform to at least like make it look better as opposed to their animal forms.
I know that you always have a problem with the war aspect of Transformers, just being brought down to basically being gang fights. How do you feel about the war in this show, Austin?
I like it. I just wish there was more people.
Why you get that in season 2?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
I know.
believe you.
How far did you get to season 2 yet, or you got season 1 still?
I just finished season 1, but I haven't started season 2.
Okay. Then I guess I'll take the lead on season 2. Season 2 of Beast Wars is we have newer designs because while kids were loving these toys, I feel like the people behind the scenes looked at this and they're like, "Wow, this shit looks actually ugly. We should probably fix this right now." And so they were. So now we have new wave of Beast machines. We're calling this. We're calling this Trans Metal Transformers Beast Wars. Okay.
Oh yeah.
After the trans metal wave of the ending of season 1, the Transformers on Earth, as we find out this season, have mutated, have mutated and become more metal than beasts. All right. Now they have their animal transformations, but they have like cybernetic enhancements. Some did not get affected, like Dinobot, which will be important to his arc later.
Loser.
But you get the return. You get Rat Trap Trans Metal, Megatron Trans Metal, Cheetor. Most of the Maximals can fly now, by the way, which is kind of like, oh, I thought that was what separated us from the Preds. But
that made it lame for Rat Trap, whose only upgrade is getting wheels.
you know what, Cryptid? I'm not gonna lie to you. I see why you felt that way, but I don't feel that way. I think it actually works for him because actually it makes him extremely fast. One of Rat Trap's like only drawbacks was that he was not as fast as everybody else. Like Optimus had to carry him into fights. With the new Trans Metal ability, now he carries Dinobot into fights now. So it does have its uses. It does look lame on the surface, but it does serve practical purposes.
I disagree. If we have the scout in the sky, with everyone else already in the sky, that's a really shitty scout.
Yeah. So now he has the ground. He's the ground scout now. He takes the ground. Everybody else in the sky. I think that's fine. Also, he's smaller too, so I guess the ground really works better for him, I believe. So now Optimus, who was dead at the end of season 1 because Megatron outplayed the fuck out of him. It was really an accident, to be honest with you. It was really more like Megatron was gonna kill somebody else, and then Optimus was in the position, and he was like, "Oh shit. Yo, put him on screen. Put him on screen." Optimus, you'll never believe this, but I was going to kill somebody else, but now I get to kill you. This is so awesome. Die, bitch. And he killed him. And that was the ending of season 1. And but now, thanks to a spare protoform they have, after 3 episodes, but they waited 3 whole episodes to bring Optimus back. They finally bring him back, and he now is Trans Metal Optimus.
With a skateboard.
Right. And I'm not going to lie to you, I liked his original design better.
Whoa.
He might be the only one where I was like, oh, maybe go back to the original.
Whoa. Well, if it makes you feel better, this isn't going to be the last upgrade.
No, because I made it to season. I watched season 3's like first 2 episodes, so I know his new form, which is my favorite one. This season is bigger than better. Both the
Do they make his mask actually look good finally?
I don't like his mask in this. I mean, that's gonna be up to you. I think his other one's better. I think his other one, like his Cybertron mask, better. This season is bigger than better. The Predacons are more bulked up than ever. With Optimus gone, Megatron took advantage of it, and now he has more people on his side. But don't worry, the Maximals have Silverbolt. It's a Silverbolt's
Jake just hates shipping audience.
It's a Silverbolt's credit. He's better than Cheetor, unfortunately. But so he's better than Cheetor in a fight. But we'll get to him in a minute. This season also brings bigger battles. Now with flying more Maximals that can fly, the Beast Wars has really expanded beyond the typical valley. Before the Maximals had a problem where they couldn't really meet the Predacons like outside of the general area they were in. They were kind of stuck in one continent or one part of the continent. Now with the flying ability, the battles have taken place all across the planet or more across the planet. But Maximals are split off into pairs so they can fight in different sectors of the planet. So it now feels like a more global war than it's ever has before. It's also a bit messier now. Battles between the Maximals and the Predacons don't have clear winners anymore. Sometimes the Predacons might, like the Maximals might come out.
Hold on. This breaks the timeline.
What's up?
So the Maximals were in the future and went back in time, right?
Yes.
For that to not change anything,
right,
of their future, will mean the future is a closed loop. Okay.
Yes.
but that breaks the way time travel works in G1 before this.
How so?
Because going back in time and doing anything in G1 originally changed the timeline.
Well, unless if it was always meant to be.
Yeah, but that would be a closed loop. But it can't be all. Some of it can't be all be, and some of it can't be an accident. All right.
I suppose, but they haven't got into the ramifications yet. All we know is that as it is now,
Seriously,
things
do
are
you hear this
pretty.
bullshit?
As we know now, things are pretty much the same. And when you see the Dinobot episode, they even imply that this was a closed loop scenario. This is supposed to be a closed loop.
I get that this is a closed loop. I'm complaining that the one in this G1 series is a closed loop.
Right. I understand.
This is the Terminator bullshit.
Listen, they changed the rules and pray they don't change it further. Okay. What I love about this season, though, is that the battles are more murkier than ever. Sometimes, like I said, the Maximals sometimes get their clear victories, but, well, not even clear victories. Like, they might win a battle, but Megatron's going to get something out of it. Like, it's never, either Megatron wins the overall point of the battle, or he's going to get something out of it. And I think that's what makes the battles way more intense. Like, there's one where they do beat, like, they do, like, the Protoform X episode, where there was this protoform that they were trying to recreate, like the spark that Starscream had, like the ghost of Starscream, because Starscream's spark for some reason is immortal, and they never go into why. But so Cybertron was trying to research that, like, hey, what the fuck, what was going on with that? And they tried to recreate that in Protoform X, but Protoform X went crazy, and they tried to seal him away, and he wound up getting loose and lost on the planet Earth and back in time because he was on the Maximals prison ship when they first came here. The Maximals fight Protoform X. There's also the first Silver Bolt and Black Arachnia episode, by the way. So fuck it. But, the Maximals managed to beat him, but Megatron's keeping an eye on the fight because he's also trying to see Black Arachnia's loyalty. But he's also scoping out the fight. He's like, oh, this is interesting. I don't know much about Protoform X. By the end of the episode, Optimus manages to beat Protoform X by sealing him in a crater below, like a canyon below. But he needs time to figure out what he's going to do with it. But when he leaves, Megatron shows up and he's like, all right, now that Optimus is gone, you're my slave now. And like just like that, they've lost the advantage. They lost like another advantage over this guy. Now they have an immortal Predacon on their side. And a lot of battles are like this, where like it just feels like both sides are like tearing each other, like wearing each other down with how close these fights get. I really do appreciate the war in this one. I think more so than in Prime, because I think in Prime it was kind of more clear cut for most of the show, who was winning and who was losing. I think this was a bit more like, this feels like a war. We also get one of the best. Let me tell you something. Dinobot might be top 5 Transformer right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Out of all the Transformers to ever exist, Dinobot might be the best one.
No, lame it is to call this dude Dinobot.
Well, you know, technically he's the first Dinobot to ever exist. So you know what's about it.
Yeah, but he's a Pacific dinosaur.
So
yeah, he had his Alamo moment in this season, audience.
Yes, this Dinobot has people like to praise Armada Starscream for good reason. It's a good arc, and we'll never get that arc again. But a lot of Armada Starscream steals from Dinobot's arc. I think that's what's kind of crazy to me.
I can promise you, nobody who worked on Armada Starscream saw this to watch the series.
Well, I mean, it was a Japanese show, and Japan loves Transformers, and they made a spin-off of Transformers, Beast Wars specifically, a continuation of all that. Like they,
I'm saying the guy who did, I can promise you, the guy who did that series was not like that. I'm sure Starscream is the Dinobot. Okay,
this arc plays into the fact that Dinobot has said since season 1, I am not a Maximal. I am on your side, but only out of convenience. I am not one of you. I do not. I like when this war is over. Like there's multiple times where the Maximals have thought the war was over, and he has said, I'm not going to Cybertron with you because I'm not one of you, and they will persecute me as I am a Predacon. I'm never changing. His arc this season is when because the only disagreement he had with Megatron was just how extreme he was going. He's all for ruling the galaxy and the strong survive and all that shit, but like, don't destroy the universe doing it. And that was kind of where he kind of set the line with Megatron, and then Megatron betrayed him. But in a moment of weakness, he believes that maybe Megatron has changed. And what he does to the Maximals actually, once he realizes he's wrong, but he's cost the Maximals the war. And even though he's forgiven by Optimus, a lot of the other people don't forgive him. Like, yo, fuck you for that. Because like now we're one loss away from like losing the entire Beast War right now,
Then
just
do
because of what
better.
you did. Yeah, so he was like, so he's kind of feeling guilty about it. Like he's like, it's like fuck, like this is like that was a stupid thing for me to do, and now it just cost everybody everything. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And this carries on throughout the background of multiple episodes. You see him kind of like carrying that guilt and trying to get over it, and then it winds up leading to this final episode where basically the golden disc that Megatron's been hunting, we find out what it actually is. Way back in G1, you see, in the far future, but not the far, far future, Megatron 1 made a disc on a Earth satellite that basically recorded everything in history that was ever to happen. So that for the next, if something happened to him, the next leader of the Decepticons would take it and they would know the information. They would figure out what to do with this information. Knowing this, now Megatron has the entire history. Megatron 2 has the entire history of humanity from start to finish, or at least where Megatron dies. And because they're back in time, he now knows that he can stop humanity from spreading from leaving the caves. So his plan is to kill humanity before they ever get the chance to help the Autobots, essentially. Because in his mind, if it wasn't for the humans, the Decepticons totally would have won that war. Whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Dinobot realizes this, and he realizes that and he comes to the conclusion that I realize that destiny is not written because of Megatron's decision, Megatron 2's plan. I know that destiny can be changed, but I find it ironic because even though I know it can be changed, there's only one action I can take right now. And he decides to face off against all of the Predacons by himself because there's not enough time for the Maximals to catch up and stop him. He barely manages to win, but he's heavily injured. And Megatron shows up. And
He
he's like,
wins.
yeah, that was a bit. He barely wins that one.
It
was more so he was.
Austin. So.
He's using he ambushes them and outplans them, and he basically gets the drop on them. That's basically how he gets them. He goes up against Megatron, and Megatron's like, "Oh, that's such a shame. I would love to give you a fair fight, but you seem kind of tired right now. And it kind of sucks you don't have a trans metal upgrade like me, because you're kind of shitty right now. You looking not too good." And Dinobot tries to fight him, but he just can't do it. Like he just can't beat Megatron, and he only has like a giant stick to help him. And he's like, "What are you gonna do with that little stick? You gonna hit me with it?" He's like, "It's not about the weapon, Megatron. It's about how you use it." And he knocks the disc out of Megatron's hand and shatters that shit. It's just like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And then Megatron like kills him basically, or like almost kills him. The Maximals make it just in time to witness his death. But I love this speech Dinobot gives. It's so fucking good. Where he says like, "Listen, when the Beast Wars is over and you guys win, because I believe in you guys, like you guys are gonna pull through. It's gonna be okay. When you guys do win, I want you to tell my story, but don't make me a hero. Remember the good, but remember the bad shit I did too. Remember how I almost cost you the war, and tell them that, because I want people to remember me for who I am, Dinobot." He like fucking dies. I was like, yo,
Dinobot.
The Dinobot.
Let me tell you a story about Dinobot. You mean Grimlock? No, you mean the other one? No. Then we'll call Dinobot. What? You just call Dinobot.
I'm the when they say Dinobot, they mean me specifically. Okay, they mean me. And so
he was too good of a character audience. He had to go before they screwed him. They character assassinated him in the follow-up series. So,
yeah, that's all I hear. But my thing was, so I like this too because also you find out that Dinobot also inspired humanity to learn how to use weapons, because the human that he was protecting saw him use the stick, and that's how the cavemen started using sticks to beat up animals and shit. So adding to the closed loop theory. That's one of my favorite arcs in here. But there's like so many good like episodes in this, and I guess we'll talk about Cryptid's favorite character. I suppose.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Hey. One of the first ships I backed up as a kid. Oh, Jake,
I don't want anyone to call Silverbolt I don't want anybody to call not Superbowl. I don't even want to call Black Arachne a femme fatale. She is not. Okay, she's
Oh.
not in this show. Not in this show. She actually, honest to God, likes this dude. You know what I mean? Like she's not playing an angle. She's not playing an angle. She's not trying to like trick him or like hurt him. Like she actually likes this guy.
Yeah.
She's not femme fatale.
One of my favorite moments was like when Silverbolt was like having a conversation with Black Arachnia, like, you're not all that bad, Black Arachnia. And she's like, oh, you think so? And she shoots him in the leg.
Yes.
And
You shot me.
Like, no, duh. Okay, you just shot my leg. You didn't shoot at a vital part, so I mean, we can work with that, Like,
I was like, bro. The thing was, I guess that's so. Silverbolt
This
has
is
a
why this
crush.
motherfucker likes Richard and Black Cat. This dumb shit is why. Fuck this, yo. I'm not watching this.
Silverbolt and Black Arachnia's thing, I make it out to be very bad. It's not real. It's addressed appropriately. Like Silverbolt, I would act like I joke. I don't quite hate Silverbolt. He's useful when he needs to be. And the thing with Black Arachnia is she does like him. I can't like he is right. She isn't fully bad. She was supposed to be a Maximal. She just got changed to a Predacon before she, officially solidified on the team. So she still has good in her. He isn't wrong. It's just that it's just kind of like, oh my god.
even when Black Arachnia is a good audience, she's still a bad girl. So let's put it that way, So
their first episode is in the Protoform X episode, and I was kind of eye rolling for a little bit. But once I noticed Black Arachnia was kind of like she started getting into him. She starts flirting back with them and whatever. I'm like, okay, it's not as annoying as I thought. And I also like that Optimus addresses how stupid Silverbolt's being. I think that's my favorite part of this arc.
So he was thinking with Rodimus, Jake. All right,
The thing that set me off was when they're doing the one of their they think they're doing the final battle of the show, and Optimus like, Silverbolt, shoot Black Arachnia, and he doesn't shoot her. He's like, I can't, and Optimus is like, what? So the fight's over. He's like, Silverbolt, come to my office real quick. Come to my office. Right? It's like he's like, all right, listen, all right. So it's. I just need to ask you a question. Like, do you have feelings for this fucking spider lady? And he's like, well, listen. If you tell me I'm wrong, I will apologize to you. Okay, just tell me just tell me I'm wrong. I don't have to have this conversation with you. And he's like, I think there's good in her, Optimus. He's like, oh my god. He's like, oh Jesus Christ. He's like, listen. You are a good person, and I understand why you feel this way. Your noble heart is your best quality, but I cannot have that on my team right now. So I'm confining you to quarters, and Cheetor's gonna bring her back dead or alive. I don't give a shit what happens. I was like, that's why I like this Optimus, bro. She's like, but yeah, their relationship is fine. And to the Black Arachnia's credit, she is the reason that she does save Optimus Prime's life. So
yep, Silverbolt plays a pretty big part as to why Black Arachnia wants to join the Maximals. So yeah.
And she keeps trying to come up with reasons why she's not trying to admit that she likes this guy, but she clearly does.
Being horny is not a reason.
It is a reason. It doesn't have to be a good reason though. So,
Austin, she is literally the only female bot in this whole planet.
Well, to be fair, she has multiple reasons at this point because a person who formatted her is constantly trying to enslave her, the spider guy, and then also she's not really vibing with Megatron because she wants her own thing, but she's kind of run out of rope, and the only person who's willing to give her a helping hand is the guy she has a crush on. So it's like she kind of had to join at some point, and especially because once Megatron did his plan of stopping G1 from happening altogether, she can't let that happen because she is a Maximal whether she was formatted or not. So if the Autobots never exist, then she never exists either. So she needs to be with the team. So there's more reasons than just she's horny, to be fair. That will bring up a plot hole that I was gonna say. Cryptid, I don't know if you know, but Megatron's plan makes no sense in the season.
Really? It's been okay, look, it's been what, a couple 2 decades since I watched Beast Wars, audience. So
Yeah, Megatron's plan is that even though he lost most of the disc, he has enough of it to piece together that the Autobots exist. Or the Autobots have already crash landed. Like the part one, like the first 5 seconds of episode 1 of G1 have happened, basically. And so now he knows where the Autobots are. He can kill Optimus and the others while they're in stasis. So when Megatron wakes up, he just kind of wins, right? And that's his plan. And so he succeeds. And the Autobots are kind of the Maximals are being written out of history. And my question to that is like what about Unicron though? Like what happens to Unicron? Like to be because Unicron because G1 is so Optimus dependent, or at least Prime dependent, that if Optimus doesn't exist, then Earth will get destroyed because Unicron's just gonna go to Earth and eat it. Right? Because that's where the Matrix is. So I think the plot hole for me is that like unless Megatron wakes up early, he's gonna die here because he's asleep too. So I guess is why that plan never made sense to me. I guess that was kind of why I was kind of dropping off with that. But we also get a new version of Optimus at the end of this season.
Yep.
We get oh, I also like there's a line in there too where they're trying to break into the Ark and they're like Gretchen's like the fortress, I don't know what material it's made of. It's too intense. And then Optimus goes like, it's die cast. It's a lost art. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Just like making fun of the way toys used to be made. But we do get a new version of Optimus, and this is the strongest version of Optimus Primal that we've ever seen, and it's Optimal Optimus. Which Rat Chat makes a joke about how like, yeah, and don't worry, I'm sure you'll have another toy by the end of this series. So,
dude, I swear to God, I had that toy when I was a kid. I played the hell out of it, man. It was so super fun to play with.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a really dope toy. It's a dope look for a toy. Actually,
you know.
I like how
he just the design. It says a dope toy.
No. I don't like season 2 Optimus. Optimal Optimus is season 3. Like he's from season 3.
Yeah. Okay, Jake just doesn't like the version of Optimus Primal where he was basically a Yeti on a snowboard.
I was kind of.
Are you not reviewing season 2?
I reviewed season 2, but I watched a little bit because season 2 bleeds into season 3, so I just kind of watched that bit just to finish the storyline. But yeah, I think season 2 of Transformers Beast Wars is great. There's so much of this storytelling that I wish was in later Transformers. Again, we won't really try this again till Prime, because Prime kind of does the Beast Wars like thing where we're just kind of Transformers in an open environment. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I think what holds Prime back is the human aspect. I think when you only have to focus on the Transformers just going to location to location, beating the shit out of each other, it makes the stories a lot more accessible. Like I don't have to spend the episode being like, well, how are they gonna sneak around the humans and do this, and this? Like they just kind of do it, you know? So I don't know. I know that it's not till Cybertron or no, Armada starts. Armada's the first show to really start the trend of the Transformers being hidden from humans. Like they really do start being robots in disguise. It's not till then. Because they didn't really care back then. That was kind of a tagline. But maybe we need to go back to they're just open street wars with these characters. I don't know. But anyway, you can watch Transformers Beast Wars season 2.
But that's the thing though, they supposed to start as robots in the sky.
Yeah, it's
and then
true.
you just do the Out of the Shadows arc like with TMNT.
Yeah, like maybe like you do like a Battle for Chicago. Like
you have them just show up and they start blowing shit up out in the open and people are what the fuck.
To be fair, that's in the comics, right? Like G.I. Joe's like, we gotta stop them. What the fuck's happening?
Exactly. That's all you're gonna get. Just the government be like, okay, we gotta kill these niggas.
I don't know. Transformers Beast Wars continues to be like one of my favorite Transformers shows. I think again it's just held back by the animation. And it's such a goddamn shame that Rise of the Beast is the way it is, the more I watch the show. Because I don't know, just having those personalities are really fun and they're really vibrant. And them getting watered down to just like Optimus Primal's the stoic one and everybody else is just kind of stoic and tired is just kind of that's kind of sad. I will say though, another thing I like is how the stakes have never been higher. Because now that Megatron knows where Optimus is, all he has to do is just kill Optimus once and make it official, and then like he just kind of wins. That's kind of all it is.
And I like that though, because you said Megatron dies too.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But the show's not acknowledging that. So in the show's logic, it works fine. I don't know why. I think that's
Then
a
it
plot
shows
hole.
a failure.
Right. I think that's a plot. I need explained to me by like a writer or something. But
Wait until you see the whole series when it finishes.
yeah, I mean, obviously he's not gonna be able to do it. Obviously, not gonna be able to do it. It's just like I guess that just never crosses his mind. I suppose. I don't know how well known Unicron is in this time period for them to make that decision. But either way, Megatron would do it and then find out too late. So the stakes are still high. So yeah, the stakes. I think the stakes have never been higher. The threat of undoing everything in Transformers up to Beast Wars is kind of like a dope thing. How the Autobots now have to make a base surround like just to protect Optimus and the Autobots from Megatron 2 is kind of crazy to me. Because at any point if they sneak in the base and just kill any of the Autobots, it's just over. That's kind of cool. So yeah, next week I'll be doing season 3. These seasons are getting shorter
How
because
can you
season
say
2
it's cool when you know they can't do it?
because it just has more to the threat. I mean, obviously,
It's not a
Decepticons,
threat though, because you know they can't do it.
but the Decepticons could never win anyway. Like they're never going to win at the end of a series, so it's always the same.
I
It's the
know
same.
they're never going to win, but I just say, oh, this is more of the threat. All I gotta do is sneak in, but you know they're never going to sneak in.
Yeah, but I like that threat though. I like that threat that we have to protect
I like
history
this
no matter
empty
what.
threat that adds nothing technically.
Then like any Transformer show is an empty threat because there's nothing they can do to win. But I
There's
just
a
like
lot
this
that they
one.
can do to win,
They
but
can't
not
because
but shows stuck in the past. You know they can't win.
they
But shows
can't.
in modern time, yeah, they can win.
Not any
They can win, then
Transformer.
you do a whole arc of them trying to come back.
Any
You can't do
Transformer.
that in the past.
Any Transformer show that's targeted at kids the Decepticons can never win. They can win a fight, but they can't win the final fight. They can't win the final thing. So it's always gonna be the same. But that said, Transformers, you can watch Transformers Beast Wars on YouTube or Tubi. And I mean I watch it on whatever one's convenient for me at the time, but you guys do your thing. But yeah, that's cool. That's the Transformers Beast Wars discussion.
All right. Stay tuned for part 3 next time, audience. But all right, then. We still got a lot of topics to go over, so we should probably get on to the next one. So, all right. This is an Austin topic. So, all comic book films missing Superbowl this year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Supergirl, Avengers, Spider-Man, anything else DC, Clayface. No, none for the Batman, none for Sony.
Wow.
Nothing. No.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I don't know why they're not just doing the Spider-Man, at least the trailer, or at least the teaser.
Yeah.
To be fair, it does not change. It does not keep them from just releasing the trailer around the same time. But it's not going to be at the Super Bowl, which feels like a bigger deal.
That's pretty bold gambit they're putting their audience. Like why wouldn't you advertise your films in like one of the most commercially publicized event of the year? So
I don't have my problem with the Super Bowl thing. It's like, I mean, with the Spider-Man specifically, like your trailer's been done by our standard. Like we know the full trailer. We've seen the effect. Like the trailer's done.
Yeah.
Why aren't you releasing anything?
That is strange. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what more other meat to talk about with this, other than don't expect to see any comic book films having a trailer here, audience. We can only make up speculations of why they did this. We don't know. Well, we don't know.
Jake calling all like I do for everything.
Well, I suppose so.
Yeah. And just like Jake, he'll probably blame it on Reed for some reason.
Well, he is to blame. He is the head of Marvel. So.
Gotcha. Anyway, you have any final thoughts on this, Austin, before we move on?
No, I just thought it was a fucking crazy situation to think about. Like they're gonna be the first year with no superhero related thing at all.
Wow.
It's been like Avengers movie. Usually Avengers always put something out.
Man. Well, I guess they figured it. Well,
imagine in the mid Super Bowl you got the Doctor Doom reveal.
Oh yeah,
like something.
Dope. Yeah, that would have been dope. But is what it is, audience.
There's probably some metric they have that showing that it doesn't really matter anymore. That's something I can think of.
I doubt it. That'll be their most viewed trailer usually.
Gotcha. Sorry. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic then. This is also another Austin topic.
All right, so we're gonna do this, which is here. So Mark Ruffalo spoke out at I think the Globes or the Grammys or something, not the
Yeah.
Grammys, wherever before the Grammys, about
Yeah.
how fuck ICE, fuck the president, all that shit. And then
Yep.
we had a lot of rumors about him being fired because of it. A lot of
Mhm.
them. Disney is not
Uh,
unlike them to do so. And while I do think it's shitty the idea that they fired this dude because of that, we didn't be fair. We did not know if he's fired.
uh-huh.
But it's not unlike Disney to not do it. So
Well, I've heard about this rambling before, and to be honest, when I first heard about this, I don't believe it for a second.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause,
believe it either. No.
yeah, because like, look,
I can't believe it all because of what Hulk's place in MCU is right now.
well, not just
And
that,
what we're
but,
about to
like,
do.
yeah, well, not just that, but also like, look, I don't like looking into celebrities' personal lives or their Twitters or their feeds or whatever, right? But I always keep hearing that, like, specifically Mark Ruffalo, he is very open about, like, his political stance on
Yeah.
social justice issues, this and that.
Yeah.
He is to a degree,
Yeah,
but he
he's
never
very,
been on stage in a popular thing
If
and said
Disney
fuck the president, fuck ICE, and all that stuff.
well,
if
I'm pretty sure
Disney
he did
fired
that,
Mark Ruffalo for saying fuck ICE after what happened in Minneapolis, they have hell to pay from the people who
These
support
are the
them.
same
So,
people who tried to fire Jimmy Kimmel, one of their most popular shows.
yeah, they fired Jimmy Kimmel because he was talking
about.
about he was talking about Charlie Kirk's death. This dude's
Mhm,
talking about fuck ICE for murdering somebody. That's a lot
mhm,
different. If they did
mhm,
that's publicity too. If he gets fired, it's
mhm.
for something else. It's not about those comments. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying he isn't
But-
fired. I'm saying it cannot be for ICE. That would
It's
be
going to be because they're going to make us some bullshit and say, "Oh, it's because of this."
yeah, it has to be.
because
Yeah, it has to be something. Like the public statement can't be because of ICE. That would have to be something else.
But
That'd
my
be
point
stupid.
isn't about him being fired. I don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
The reason
yeah.
I brought this up because I was like, do hope he is removed as Hulk, not because of this situation, but if he is, if Hulk gets
Mhm.
rebooted through Doomsday into another thing, that'll probably be the greatest thing to do for Hulk's character.
Ooh,
I just
okay.
want a Bruce Banner that acts like Bruce Banner.
Do a complete
Bruce Banner
reset.
acts like Bruce can't Banner because of the way they did Hulk in MCU, especially this Hulk. You literally cut off 90% of his most popular storylines. We cannot go back to
off screen, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't do the most. If you do the most personalities of this Hulk, people are not gonna care because it's way too late for that.
Yeah.
Peter Paul, perfect. Nobody wants to see this Hulk fight. No one wants to see their version of the Maestro based on this Hulk.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I always thought, like, if they
Immortal
want.
Hulk, God forbid, I would never want to see this Hulk.
Oh, those are great points you're making because, like, a lot of, like, the more serious versions of Hulks, I just can't imagine Mark Ruffalo's adaptation doing, anymore. So it would be more easier just to do a full reset. I mean, we did talk about this before, right? Marvel did state they are open. We will see a recasting of characters like Iron Man or Captain America at some point in the future, So if you're telling me we're going to get another actor to play Bruce Banner, one that's going to portray a Hulk that's more familiar with the audience, then I think, yeah, I mean, heck, for the best,
I like Ed Norton. I like Ed Norton. He's the who's the one from 2008? Not Ang Lee. The other one after.
Norton was okay, but behind the scenes he was an asshole.
Oh no, I don't want him back. I just want one like him. Like that's
also he spoke out about Ice too, so that's the reason he got fired. I guess he not get hired.
Oh, Ice wasn't around 2008, was it?
No, I mean Ed Norton literally recently has the same comments.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was just it was like literally within the same week they both did it. I was like, bro.
Gotcha.
Both
all the Hulks stand together. All the Hulks stand together. Fuck guys.
But I was like, bro, I don't want to be fired for that reason. But if he is gone and we can get Hulk rebooted into the next phase, because I was thinking about like the next phases and stuff. Are we really just going to rely fully on X-Men to carry everything?
We can't. We can't.
Can we?
Reboot of Hulk.
Can we not? I mean, that's so big of a.
No. You can, but I don't want to see that shit. We already had a X-Men universe for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, so it's not just the MCU; it's just gonna be the X-Men universe at that point.
X-Men and Friends.
X-Men. We done had an X-Men universe for 20 years. I never understood the rush to see these characters again. But and then we just had Deadpool and other shit with X-Men and stuff. So it's not like we're been starved for X-Men. Yeah. And I don't know fully taking on universe and writers and stuff not being able to tackle that. The nuance of the mutant problem is going to be very annoying. So I would like them to reboot certain characters with like superpowers, like Hulk, like dude, like Immortal Hulk itself, like would be a crazy ass thing. That could be a trilogy in itself if you break that shit up.
Mortal Hulk will be scary, audience, and you can't tell me you'll
scary
see
Hulk reboot would be the best thing to do for this character.
Yeah, and you can't expect us to believe that Mark Ruffalo will convince you to have a scary Hulk anymore, you know?
Maybe if he was playing himself from 2012 when he could still do it.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to. That's a point. Like a lot of these actors have just been so.
They designed the Hulk design after the person now too.
Mm-hmm.
With the reboot of the Thing, how he looks very comic accurate. I do hope the next Hulk or Hulk return he does have like the monster Hulk look.
Mark Ruffalo
and not giant gorilla man.
Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner lost all aura in Avengers 2 when he let Tony just bitch him the whole movie. That shit was ridiculous. I hated that when I was younger.
Yeah, I saw somebody like make like a timeline as to where the specific fall of Hulk was, and they seem to pinpoint like Age of Ultron as being that mark where you saw it fall.
I had no problem with his Hulk. It was more like I didn't like how like Tony was talking to him and Bruce was just not nutting up. I'm like, bro, you've been on the run for the government for you don't have a backbone by now. You'll tell him, man, no.
It's like
I think they brought up that like it was specifically because this is the first time we ever saw a Hulk lose to a Hulk buster.
That didn't bother me.
He didn't really lose. He was distracted. He was calming down, looking at all the people he was hurting. He was mind controlled. That's like saying, he lost to the Thing when he was mind control fighting the Thing.
He got punched in the chin, dog. I hear that knocks out people.
Well, I think it's fine. I like Hulk. It wasn't like he lost a straight fight or he was trying to actually fight the Hulk, but that man was mind control. And he got out of mind control. He got snuck.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we didn't see the full ending of that fight. So
that was the ending. He got knocked out.
No, it was really like I said, it wasn't even like the Hulk fight wasn't the problem. It was just Bruce Banner's character was just so like watered down. I mean, this is the dude in Avengers 1, like he nutted up on like Natasha, no pun intended. But like he like Natasha comes in, she's like trying to do her bad girl shit. He's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. You want to do something? Let's do something. Like he's ready to go. Like all of a sudden, Avengers 2, he's like, I don't know how to talk to Nat. Oh my god, Tony Stark. I don't want to make Ultron. Oh, but you want me to make Ultron? Okay, fine, whatever. I was like the whole time, like, what happened? That's really when his character started falling apart. And then, like in Thor 3, I mean, honestly, Thor 3
Okay, it did not age well. So
but like if you're thinking about characters getting rebooted and characters moving on, I do think this is one of those characters that kind of have to, whether the actor got fired or not.
Regardless, I'm certain we're still going to see Mark Ruffalo like still portray a Hulk, but like we are expecting like his time to wind down. Not specifically because of what he said, but given the nature that we are coming towards a reboot of sorts, So
If they want to let the dude go and he comes back like Maestro or something later, sure, okay, that's fine. But I need a new main Hulk because we can't do half the shit I want. We can't do 90% of the Hulk stories with this character.
Yeah.
And if anything, if they reboot, I do want Hulk to start out as Joe Fixit.
That would be cool.
I think starting off with like the next Hulk being in the Joe Fixit type state and doing like the more grounded Hulk stuff, building up to like the horrifying horrific stuff as he gets his personality in order. I do think that could be very fun.
I like the version of Hulk.
It'll be like, go ahead.
I like the Bruce Banner from like Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He's kind of like a. I mean, I guess Ang Lee was more based off that version, but I like that Bruce because when he's not
Hey,
Hulk,
was
he's like.
before that.
No, I know, but like that, I'm sure Earth's Mightiest Heroes is based more on the comics than it is on Ang Lee. I'm sure, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I like that one because I like when he's not Hulk, he's just so fucking calm, but you could tell there's like an edge to him.
Yeah.
Like the way he talks about like he's sitting on the boat with Hawkeye, and Hawkeye's
I
actively
remember.
trying to piss him off, and you could tell like he's shrugging it off, but like at any moment he can just like strangle Hawkeye if he wants to. Like I like that energy from Bruce. Like I like knowing that if I stepped on this dude wrong, like he would kill me. Like that's the type of Bruce I like. I want more of that.
I do remember that scene with Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye is like saying, "This is so boring," and then Bruce is saying, "Yeah, that's why I like it."
I spend 29 days of a month being Hulk. I get 1 day to myself.
Yeah.
I just want to be quiet, bro.
No. So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Are there
Whatever
any other
they,
characters you think they should reboot into the next era?
I
we
have been hearing word on this, and okay, now that we just out here, I've been hearing words that they might be recasting She-Hulk for the next adaptation.
That's a shame because she was good. I like that actress for
To
She-Hulk.
be fair, the actress said no, that's not true.
Okay.
What?
Well, to be fair, the actress might not know, but
I mean,
She might have said it's not true. Got a phone call.
Look,
yeah,
Tatiana,
they might just not have
well,
told her yet. Obviously, she's not in the next two films, so
I mean, Tatiana Maslany's never coming back. Like, it's not just for the bad IP damage that the show did to She-Hulk, but also
there's a lot of her comments post story series. Yeah,
yes, what she specifically said about Bob Iger and a couple other heads of Disney. I'm like, oh,
yeah, that'll get you fired. That'll get you fired.
Yeah, but no, like the reason I say She-Hulk is audience. She-Hulk was one of those characters that should have worked in the MCU. She was a character that was adored by male and female audience. Like I recall when that show was coming out too. You know how big I am about not watching trailers, right? Because if it's something I'm really excited for to see, I don't want to watch a trailer, right? She-Hulk was one of those shows I didn't want to watch a trailer of. But the more I've been hearing about it, I've already saw the dominoes in place for this to be a disaster. And yeah, it surpassed my expectations in the negative sort of way.
I kind of disagree in a sense too.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't mean in the sense of like the show was bad, like the show didn't have signs of being bad or anything like that. But I'm just through your earlier statement. I just didn't know when to say something. Your earlier statement was about how a lot of dudes and stuff like She-Hulk. From my experience with people, a lot of people
jacking
don't like
off the She-Hulk, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of dudes did not care about She-Hulk's character. They cared that she was hot.
The reason why I say that is because, like, even before She-Hulk had a show, right? Do y'all remember when She-Hulk post Civil War II, when she became basically Hulk of long hair?
Yeah, when she wasn't attractive, and then people were mad.
Oh yeah, like
yeah, that was it.
So many people made videos after videos
I'm gonna
discussing we love the original She-Hulk. Why did Marvel do this? Why not
look,
give us back
they
the She-Hulk
they said that, Jake, and then they let that book fail the moment they got her back. So I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Anytime I hear anything about She-Hulk, I'm telling you that finale, I think, killed any interest in revisiting She-Hulk for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear the She-Hulk discussion, it's always like I see She-Hulk on screen and it's not the MC version. Like, man, I want this version. It's like her just doing some sexy pose, like fucking flirting, or like fucking flaunting her shit.
Her most famous thing is just a comic where she was jump roping naked.
Right. The actual show, I actually liked it up until the finale because it did go in depth with like why Jen likes She-Hulk. She goes from like resenting it because she thinks it's a shortcut. By the end of the show, she's like, actually, it's kind of cool. I actually really do like being She-Hulk. It does make me feel more powerful, more confident in myself, all the other stuff. That was the story, and I thought that was fine. It just shit the bed at the end. But like Austin said, I'm pretty sure it's more like,
unfortunately. Look, as good as a mattress is, Jake, it could be comfy, it could be the way you want it to be. The beds, the blanket could be folded the way you want it, but when you see shit there, that's it. You ain't sleeping there, man.
I think Yeah, the number one issue with She-Hulk was the edit. I've seen people because people used to clown on the
I
fucking.
think She-Hulk works better as a side character than a main character.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think I've seen a lot of people shit on that twerking scene when it came out, bro. I see a lot of people right now being like, "Yo, that's fucking hot." Like, I love that shit. Like, people are like, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for that ending, people would be okay with the show, bro.
Yeah,
I did hate the
No,
twerking scene.
I don't really
well,
care for it. But,
look, that twerking thing also was what confused me a lot because, like, you had to have done something really bad with the character if you're telling me a scene with what's supposed to be an attractive character, right, shaking her booty is now considered one of the most hated scenes of all time in the MCU.
it
How did you get to
was.
that
I was
point?
more mad that people were trying to compare it to Deadpool's opening.
I
And them
hated
setting the
that
proof for the movie
comparison.
with bye bye bye. It was like,
Yeah,
no, there was something just randomly tacked on the end of the episode. In the same episode, she's talking about you won't be taken seriously.
Right.
But she's
Yeah.
working her fucking work office.
Right.
Her employers see that. Her
Yeah,
employers
You're doing it with
saw
open windows.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would have gotten it fired. I would have gotten it fired, Jim.
Yeah.
Or would it?
Yeah,
Because you're the mascot of the show. They
but
like
for
you
some
that.
reason, you're the mascot. But for some reason, your boss puts you in a compromising position to sue your tailor. That didn't make sense to me, really.
Yeah, I would have gotten you recused. Honestly, it's not
Yeah.
all that lawyer had to say was like,
yeah,
I will say
that's-
this: the people who did She-Hulk did like no like lawyer research. Like that would have the way that would have gone is she would have gone to court and then the judge would be like,
Yeah.
there's like a conflict of interest, so you can't represent this. You can't be in
Yeah,
this
you
case.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. Look, what we're saying, audience, is She-Hulk is a great character.
Mm.
I think we're all in agreement. We want to see her get a second chance, but I think the hurt
Yeah.
is just still there from the general public about what happened with her show. You know, so recasting her will probably be the best route to go with to bring
I
back an
agree.
audience.
I think
feel like
the actor can be fine. I just think you like that if you reboot the whole Hulk thing
Yeah,
and introduce her like in like Hulk the second film or whatever the next thing with Hulk is as a
Mhm.
side character, I do think it can work. The problem is how the show tried to set the tone because she was the main character. The show tried to make Bruce second to her. A lot of people didn't know her, and her first instinct with Bruce is like, "Oh, my life's it's way worse than yours. You have been hunted by the government. You lost your girlfriend, all the other stuff because you it can't do a regular relationship, couldn't even have sex for a while. My
Mhm.
life is worse than yours because I get hit on
Yeah.
and called."
But remember this, Austin, right? We had an example of this happen with Captain Marvel, right? Where the hurt was still there from like the way they originally brought her in, between her movie and then the Avengers. Even though like the Marvels, they did good with her. They kind of helped her lighten up a bit. She was a better character in the Marvels, but unfortunately, so many people were already burned out by her first two depictions that they didn't come in to watch the movie, and it bombed. That's why I'm saying, like with She-Hulk, it would be better if you just recast, give a fresh start. But I mean that's
I
just
agree.
my
I do think if we're going ahead and recasting him, we probably should do the full crowd. Get rid of ugly ass kid. Damn, that kid's ugly, bro. They did start dirty.
Oh yeah, that was
recast Abomination. Not that actor wasn't good, but the way he ended that character was not great. Unless he shows up Doomsday with some on the Trevor Flattery shit, I don't see it.
Even the last minute of She-Hulk had to leave by destroying a certain character audience. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or did it? Because it never happened.
We're hoping it didn't happen,
No, I mean, like it did. Like she undid it. Like that episode never happened. So that's why the episode's stupid.
Yeah, so. All right, we'll see what happens. Whatever decision Marvel's going to make in terms of the Hulk franchise, I'm sure they're going to be making these decisions that's best for business in mind, So
yeah, Jake, best for business, like Triple H and WWE.
So make people mad? That's all I learned from.
Well, no, give
mainly using it as
what they want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does he do that? I feel like most people.
No.
I hear people get upset with Triple H a lot.
Yeah, Triple H just pisses people off.
Oh well, this is why I go. This is why I stick with AEW audience.
as someone who doesn't follow WWE that well, when you say run a business like Triple H, I go, oh no.
Triple H tries. It's very clear he's trying. He just people are immediately like, oh, we thought from the moment you got on it was gonna be better. Like, bro, damn, can I get some time? I only been running Raw for a few years. Like shit. This man has like 40.
Gotcha. But alright then. You guys ready to move on to the next topic?
What?
Yeah.
What other topic we got?
We have a break,
right.
bro. Are you okay?
The topic list stops here. All right.
Well,
You're bad at
actual-
it.
Well,
I didn't see
media
comics.
topic.
My bad. I had to
You're bad at
scroll,
this.
guys. I had to scroll. Oh my
He's bad at this.
And this is why Reed Richards has a fantastic label, not Jake audience. You know?
Yeah. Listen, I'll snatch that from him in Doomsday.
Okay. Well, all right. We're done the media news topics, audience. Now we're going on to the comic news. So, all right. Let's start us off with Doorman gets Marvel Infinity series by Cody Zigler.
Why did name sound familiar?
Yeah, Cody Zigler. He wrote Spider-Man. They brought him in to write that Daredevil episode in She-Hulk. Yeah, he's written a few books. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what else did he write. I think he wrote Deadpool during that crossover between Deadpool and Miles. But yeah, he's written a few books.
I read that shit. You know I read that shit. Cody Ziegler writer.
Cody Ziegler. Yeah. Oh, I think he's the one who wrote the era of Miles when he became Super Saiyan, basically.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
get him out of here. This guy stinks.
Get him out of here, bro.
Which is why you would put him on a Z-list character like Doorman and not an A-lister, you know?
When you take the worst,
I don't need the Black Force Doorman, all right?
When you take the worst lessons from anime, the Marvel.
I don't need them to pull a Noel. I wish he was here when we read the book. So Noel had a book, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the king of the void. That means I'm the king of nothing, nothingness, and nothing." So guess what? I can get out of this cage because on the outside the cage there's nothing. That means I'm already there. I don't want them to do that to the doorman, bro.
I'm the king of doors, so you can't.
So I'm the door. You have a door, so I just walk through your door.
You should have closed the walls. There should be no doors if you want to be here.
You just get rid of doors.
It's weakness.
Guess what? You forgot about? You have a car door.
Yeah, but the fact that this is going to be a Marvel Unlimited series just shows me, like, you know, Marvel just wanted to squeeze in whatever they can from his popularity off of Wonder Man, you know, because, like, you know, hey, it's still a comic, but it's not going to make money if it actually gets printed. So let's just put it on Marvel Infinity Comics, you know. So
now, would you go to make them side character in a different book? I don't understand their insistence of like trying to shove people to get their own series of. Yeah, put them as a side character in someone else's book.
I guess that could work too. You can always have that both ways too, you know. So
all I'm saying is, well, I'll say, like, okay, I'm gonna have Doorman and Wonder Man. Okay, so Wonder Man comes around here. I'm doing Wonder Man series. That's fine. For Doorman, I'm gonna let him fight like Daredevil in an issue that month or something, just so people can see what he's like in modern time.
Austin is so funny. You should bring that up because the last time they did that, the example you're setting, right, was with Echo, where they couldn't even. They were.
You mean when they gave her the Phoenix Force? It's not the same thing.
No. This was like when her show was coming out, but Marvel, you know, we all knew Echo was a character that can never hold her own series, but Marvel's like, okay, you know what? Let's give her a Daredevil and Echo book, you know?
Yeah, but I didn't want that. I just mean seriously, just put her in the issue that comes out around that time, and then see how fans respond to that issue.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna like, if you don't like Echo, you're not reading the Daredevil book just because she's in it, bro. Okay, Daredevil has clout, but he's not Batman. Okay.
Yeah. But I just found that ironic, you know. So, but with Doorman's situation, like, again, he's a Z-list character from a Z-list team. What harm could Cody Ziegler possibly do on Doorman? You know, do whatever at that point. You know. At least comic book shops don't have to worry about them getting overstocked with Doorman comics and are like, oh, we're not gonna be able to sell these. Why did you overship us with these comics?
I started getting away for free. Oh yeah, you bought this. Guess what? 10 comics. Here you go. Free issue of Doorman.
That's something Marvel does, right? Sometimes, and DC to an extent too, like to kind of boost up the sales numbers. They overship. They overship books. Sometimes.
Well, you also do that. Just put like Doorman or something else or whoever the fuck you need at the end of someone else's book. They do it all the time, and you get a little like mini series stuff like that.
They used to do that like Amazing Fantasy and that stuff. You have three stories into one book.
Archie Sonic used to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
The point is, these books ain't gonna tell themselves. I don't know why you doing it like this.
But yeah, for you 4 diehard Doorman fans that are out there, I'm sure there's somebody out there who likes the character. Hope you're excited about this. I mean, if this is the only way you could tell if a Marvel Infinity comic is successful is if they actually get printed. So we'll see. We'll see. But all right, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, Jake, move on.
Okay, so Jim Lee comments on manga dominating Western comics. What do you think the reason is behind this, audience?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
Wait,
audience, bro.
Wait, where's the question?
Okay, so
why do you think manga is doing better than comics?
Oh, because people aren't used to the tropes yet, and when they get used to it, they'll get bored.
I disagree.
Yeah, same here.
I think a lot of factors go into why manga does better, including just one solid writer, one solid vision, and then when the book's over, it's usually over.
Yeah.
There's less chance of your character being ruined. Like we talk about all the time. You talk about it. How you can read a character for one run, then next the next run is like it's terrible. So you stop reading the book, you stop doing all that stuff. Well, manga you don't have that problem to a degree. Like you have bad arcs, obviously, but it's still one pure vision, good or bad. So a lot of people usually ride it out, even if it's like to the end. It also doesn't help that they get straight adaptations, which comics will never get for some reason.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Dragon Ball Z and you want to know what's happening next and you don't want to wait for next issue, I mean, like next, episode, you can go straight to the comic and just keep going. You can't do that with it. That encourages people to go read the manga. You can't do that with comics. If I tell someone who watches like No Way Home, oh yeah, we'll read Brand New Day, that's a totally different story. It just has one part that's similar. And they're probably gonna hate it. To be honest.
That's a good example, me personally,
I think for all the because I used to be like fuck American comics, manga over here. But I think for all of like what manga has, like at some point, I mean, its problems are like the thing I think people really get tired of is like also like just tropes. Like I mean, how many times like people are looking at Spider-Man, they're like, "Damn, he's gotta learn this lesson again? Fuck, bro." And I guess manga doesn't have that. Well, hold on, because manga doesn't have that in the linear sense, but it has it in the sense where like how many protagonists are just like copy paste of what somebody else is, basically. Like how many Dekus exist out there? Maybe not 1-to-1, but they do exist. And there's like so many tropes that like I was like I remember like I'm just watching, and I'm not saying they're all the same. Like sometimes you get like Jujutsu Kaisens where it's like
no. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is I think it works better in manga because like you said, it's not the same series usually doing those tropes over and over again. And usually the execution of those series all play out differently. Having Deku in like My Hero is not the same as having like there's a character who was like Deku in a show called I can't remember names. There's a show about a kid who was a gangster. They're like a gang violence and stuff. but the main character was very much like Deku. His name was like Takumi.
Mm-hmm.
The way those two
wait,
shows,
wait. Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
It had Mikey and stuff in it.
yeah. Mike, everybody was hyping up Mike. He was there,
Yeah.
Gojo. Or yeah. I remember you talking about that.
But the main character was very much like Deku early on. And while a lot of these characters have the same tropes, same starting point, the way that each mangaka carry their story and stuff, they usually always end up differently. My favorite version of a character who's like Deku would be like Hitman Reborn's main character. But unlike Deku, who changes how Deku changes, he all has like the opposite effect. So it's like, it's never exactly the same. It's always varied enough that I do think if you get past the first arc, you start doing your own thing way faster than you do with comics.
I wouldn't even say the first arc for a lot of them. I guess, well, because also, like, for me, it's like for anime, it's like, all right, art style and presentation will carry a lot for me, at least to get me to the interesting parts as well. But it's like, I mean, we were watching, like, for instance, like, also, we were watching, like, Ippo the other day.
Yeah.
And I said, like, one of the things I liked about Ippo that I just don't get, I don't feel like I get out of all the protagonists, is just the grounded reaction that he has to things. He is Deku, but his grounded reactions to like shit happening to him, I don't feel like I get a lot. I feel like a lot of the times when I watch like Shonen, it feels like a lot of the characters blur, like have the same. Well, same's kind of harsh. I guess that's not a fair way of saying it, but they have like a general. Like I generally know where this is gonna go. You know what I mean? Like I generally know, like if the friend dies, the character's gonna crash the fuck out. Like you know what I mean? He's gonna have the most crazy reaction to it. Like there's like it's like tropes like that, or like the villain's gonna have some like. Mostly like a very like kind of like childish view of like that why the problems of the world are, but like depending on what type of villain it is, I know how you could basically map out the hero's speech that he's gonna give to basically change him on his side, or if it's a moderate character, he's gonna die up and get some poetic speech, or you know like if it's like I feel like for a lot of anime, and it's not that like it's not that anime is exceptional with this. We bring this up like America has their own tropes. I'm saying Japan has their own tropes too. And I feel like eventually, if they just keep on the same path, it's eventually just gonna be the same. It's eventually gonna be like, wow, I've seen this before a bunch of times. Because there's not enough like Death Notes or like JJK or like Attack on Titans out there, I feel, to really
I disagree. I think there's enough. I think the problem is more that they don't get popular until later on.
That is also true. That could be fair too. That could be
the stuff that's more standard and made to pop off very early usually is what get popular first off. Like JJK has a lot of problems for me, but they're really for JJK and like Demon Slayer animation is caring.
Right.
Like a lot of that stuff.
I also can't stand that. I can't stand, and this is just me. This is where it stops being like a problem. I think everybody will eventually have, and more becomes a me problem. I can't stand like a lot of animation these days because a lot of it is just like put fast shit on the screen and people will pop off for it, and then show that one good frame. And it's not.
They really focus less on like choreography now. They're more just flashing lights and stuff.
Yeah,
showcase speed.
I noticed that in the Wano arc of One Piece. When they
Thank you. Because like I was, people hate when you bring it up with One Piece. Like it looks good. Yes, it's well animated. The problem is I can't really see the fight happening.
They full on go Super Saiyan at that point.
I'm watching the Maki fight and JJK, which by the way has a great ending. Like there's moments in it I like a lot of it. But there's like moments where she's just walking and it's just like 50 different visual effects going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
that's what I mean. If you go to the manga, the whole fight scene just it just attributed to Kill Bill.
Kill Bill, yeah.
And in the manga, it's all choreography. Like the choreography carries the momentum. But if you go to the show, it's just like flashing lights, everything, blinded by everything. It's like, oh, bro, okay.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like people can't just fight, bro.
But that's one of those things where it's more just how, sadly, how the animation visuals have gone.
Yeah.
And going to keep going until they reset, to be honest.
Yeah, that's just the style for this era. I don't know, like we went back to what like again, bringing back up Ippo, like that has no flashiness in it. It is just straight up the fight. But
it's a boxing anime.
Yeah, it's boxing anime, but it's straight up like the fight. And there's no like, I mean, there's like the little bit of exaggeration because it is an anime, so they'll stretch it a bit. But like just the natural choreography of two boxers going at it, and you feel like you're actually watching a real boxing match, and that's enough. You know, classic Naruto used to be like this. For like classic Naruto used to just be like two ninjas were fighting and out strategizing each other. You saw some blood and some cuts there, and that was enough. All right, I didn't need.
Now,
I
but now
didn't.
it's Biju bombs.
No, it's like Bijou fucking bombs, bro. Like the world's gotta be destroyed. Actually, ironically, that's why I kind of like Boruto where it is now, where it's back to like, nah, it's really just about like the sword fighting and all the cutting and all that shit. Like I like that more. But yeah, it's just like so many heavy effects. I can't deal with it. Another thing about Shonen that I think. Wait, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Austin.
I have a point. I have a point I want to bring up. Actually, you know, like between the audience of Western comics and the audience of manga, right? This is just from personal experience, right? I just don't recall like a time where manga made moves on their properties that were made to really upset the fan base that they have already. You know,
I'm sure mangas do that.
Yeah.
I mean, individual
No,
mangas
no.
might do that.
It half and half.
But-
I mean, if you go by the standard manga, the writer is just doing their story, and usually what their story is goes in line with what fans want. And sometimes fans do like project certain stuff over characters. So when the characters don't do that things, like say for example, like Attack on Titan's ending, a lot of people didn't understand like Aaron's whole thing was that his freedom and sense of freedom was fake. He was looking at it through a childish point of view, which is why the moment he got it, he reverted back to a child standing over the clouds, which actually the steam of the Titans that they killed everybody around him.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't understand his childish reaction at the end because they bought so into the aura and the hype of Aaron just taking on.
That's the other thing. I can't. This is more like a fan thing. That's not even shown. I don't know if I would say it's Shonen's fault. I can't stand how people look at everything through a Shonen lens now, because it's kind of like what's happening with like Marvel. You're talking about like the Super Saiyan Miles, right? Like now people see everything in the world of like power levels and power scaling, even when it only applies.
Dragon Ball Z and Death Battle.
It only applies in the world of Shonen. That is the only time you ever power scale somebody to the degree that people do now. When it comes to like Western comics, they're supposed to be like more like, I wouldn't say realistic, obviously they're not, but like it's supposed to be more like, obviously if you could tangibly come up with a scenario for Spider-Man beating Doctor Strange, that should be it. It should never have been like, you're gonna be like, well, he's the Sorcerer Supreme, his stats are higher. How come Spider-Man fucking beat him? Like that's
funny.
I don't have a problem with that, but Spider-Man like clearly explained how he beat him.
Right.
So,
funny enough, they did at one point with Marvel. They did try the whole leveling of strength, at least like on the tonner range. I mean, Luke Cage, 25 tonners compared to like Captain Marvel,
keep that consistent. To be fair,
okay.
They still keep that consistent. It's more just like what Jake's talking about is like, oh, Spider-Man has better base stats than like say like than Hawkeye. But it doesn't change the fact that a writer chooses how that fight goes, and Hawkeye can still beat Spider-Man. If that happened, like if you have Hawkeye beat Spider-Man, like right now in comics, most of the people be mad that Spider-Man somehow lost. Like Hawkeye isn't who Hawkeye is.
Okay, yeah, there you go. You know,
yeah, it's not like a Dragon Ball where if Yamcha ever beat Goku, I'll be like, whoa, hold on a minute. Like it's like when I'm in America, when I'm watching like some stories are just like. It depends on how you play the game. It's not about like the stats and the training and the hyperbolic time chambers, bro. Like this is the thing that bothers me about Shonen nowadays too. I just hate that writing now. But
yeah. So yeah, I mean that's really it on the comment of why we think manga is doing so much better than comics in the sales department. You know, so
I think it's just things that people aren't used to. I think like and you go to other countries too. I think I was talking about pro bono the other day, but one of the things that like I learned when watching that show is that for Koreans, they learn a lot of their storytelling from American movies, which they've just recently got. Like they like in that show they bring up like what's that show? The idiot character who box of chocolates. What's that?
Bro, what do you call that? Forrest Gump? Damn.
Yeah.
The idiot character with a box of chocolates?
Yeah, with a box of chocolates. Yeah, Forrest Gump. Like, they're talking about that. So, like, a lot of their tropes, like, their storytelling is going to be a lot different than how Japan reached their conclusion with storytelling. And I'm sure, and while I like Korean storytelling now, I'm sure when I watch it enough, I'm going to be like, oh, these are a lot of tropes I've noticed. These are kind of getting grating on me, too. I just think honestly, it's just that America storytelling hasn't evolved much in the past couple of years, and so it's kind of stagnated and actually gotten worse to some degree. So people just gravitate more with Japan's.
I disagree to an extent with that. I don't think it went down. The problem is writers have so much freedom that they don't care about what came previously anymore.
Right.
So
I
even if I can write like a great story right now, the next dude can just be like, "Fuck all this." My Spider-Man was in the '90s. I'm writing him like the '90s.
Yeah, and that's a big factor too. I guess I'm just saying it's like all these tropes that we just hate and we just hate and we're tired of and that haven't changed. But I'm saying that like eventually, I'm sure manga is going to be the same way. Like manga name is going to be the same like eventually. And just that just became popular when we were kids. So we're just kind of growing up as it's like expanding. But eventually it's going to be the same. But people are going to get tired of those tropes. They're going to get over it. That's all I'm saying. But you know, it is what it is.
I agree to a degree. I just think I think manga has a better chance to keep shaking up the system than comics because it's always, unlike manga, it's always going to be the next writer to ruin the thing you liked. Right, compared to manga, where they're going to be like, "Oh, these are the same type of tropes, but it's in a new story, a new setting." At the very least, like 90% of the time.
That's possible. Yeah,
I can see what you're saying. I think it's going to take way longer than it did. Like,
it will definitely take longer because of the ability. Because for every 5 Dragon Ball Z wannabes or Naruto wannabes, you're gonna get like a Death Note, or like you're gonna get the next Death Note or something like that. But I'm just saying that it will happen eventually. I feel.
Little bit of third will never fail us. Okay.
Yes, it will always exist.
Gotcha. But, all right then. Guys, ready to move on to the last topic of the night?
Yes.
All right. So, all right then, audience. We'll move on to the last topic. Austin, you want to do the honors?
Do I have to?
Okay, I'll do it. New details on Reborn Ultimate Impact, audience. So, yeah, what we got is that apparently Miles, to nobody's surprise, it's going to be a heart of this Ultimate Universe sequel. So
for no reason. Yeah. Again.
I mean, he kind of has the trademark of Ultimate, you know, so...
Yeah, but, like, this universe literally had nothing to do with
That's not a problem. Like, based off him.
He's the person who got thrown into this universe just to see, oh, this is new stuff. It's not his universe. He ain't know these people.
Uh-huh.
And then he gets the origin boxes and everything. It's like, fuck this guy.
Well, I guess it was something that sounded good on paper to the writers, I guess, you know, to have Miles play a big part in this event. This is going to be a 5-issue miniseries, and it's going to be written by Chris Condon. He's the writer of Ultimate Wolverine, by the way, with art by the guy who's doing the Ultimate Black Panther. So, let me see if I can find more information on this. So, Miles, those boxes are going to come into play. And yeah, this was really just Peter.
Like, when you look at this, you got classic Cap, classic Iron Man, just random ass Miles. Who the fuck is that in the background?
I have no idea, really. I thought that was Doom at first, but that's
it's like someone in a bad Drax mask or some shit.
I'm looking at
the guy next to him, who I think is supposed to be like a bishop, at the very least, a bishop's power.
I thought that was Doc Ock for some reason, man. Like, huh? Could be anybody, really. Oh, and while we're on the topic of Miles, audience, in case people care, that's all an Ahmed run of Miles Morales. Yeah, it officially ended last week.
Yay!
Yep, and it ended with like basically their version of an end credit scene with what's his name? Spot, the one from
yeah, I hated that. Yeah, Spot from the movies showed up to fight Comic Miles, and it's like y'all really like dragging shit out. I think they
were hoping that they would have a movie by now.
No, but they knew it'd been delayed way before they got to this part in the comic. Though.
Yeah.
My problem with that version of Spot's whole situation is that not only are you reminding people, oh yeah, the multiverse is in casual danger, and all this, and we have to wait for a movie Miles to fix it for some stupid ass reason, even though we fix multiverse problems all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But his level up of power, I think it was still too much. I still didn't like it. So bringing that to the comic, just have another casual person who can destroy the multiverse by accident. It's like, and then Miles had to fight just because it's Miles. Like, bro, I don't know how I feel about
that. It's just further frustrating and makes it difficult to write Miles going forward. With all these power ups, how are you going to justify him fighting street level bad guys at this point?
Yeah, Jake, how you going to justify it?
Like, oh no, Hammerhead is going to fight off against Miles Morales. Oh, he just pops up his Super Saiyan sword and cuts his head off. You know,
well, they're not. They're going to just have him just randomly be back to normal scaling. And then people are like, well, why is Miles losing this fight? And I'm like, well, this time it's because you fucking cheered him on getting 50 different power-ups. That's why.
I think also, damn, they kind of fucked me up with that one.
But, I like Gwenpool's explanation better, because when Gwenpool was first being written audience, she basically had the power to like literally throw characters off the page. It's the white space,
she tried that against Hulk. He grabbed her ass, right?
No, I remember. But then when her series ended, she popped up in the West Coast Avengers. The one that had Hawkeye and Quinn Quire, Kate Bishop, and that stuff. Jeff the Shark.
Yeah.
And then there was an off-screen comment by Gwenpool like saying, wait, why can't I jump off the pages? Oh no, I got rebooted. So dang. Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing with Miles, I think I would have been okay with them doing that to Miles and stuff. But even while doing so, they were still just having him rip off Peter's storylines and Peter's side thing. He had his own Black Cat. He had his own like a lot of like his own version of Peter stuff this season. Like this run.
He has his own clones.
Yeah, and it's like just you were doing your own thing and it was fine. And I was like, totally fine with it. The whole point was him to be his own man and not be Peter. And you just keep making him go through the same shit Peter did.
When in doubt, borrow from Peter. Take Peter's hand-me-downs, I guess. So, okay, I got the official description of this. So, Miles Morales returns from the Ultimate Universe with a plan to safeguard the origin boxes before they fall into the wrong hands.
I'll give that.
Before they fall into the wrong hands, but the secret is out as Miles battles over the boxes engulfs the entire Marvel universe. Witness the creation of stunning. I know. Witness
who the fuck is trying to get these boxes?
Man, we really need to know.
Unless it's a maker, no one else should know about these boxes.
Yeah. We really need to know what powers these are, really. I think that will help us a lot to find out.
Based on the cover, it looks like one is like an upgrade from Bishop's and from X-Men's powers.
Yeah. So
that would be like a Super Saiyan thing. It's a whole other situation.
Wait, we never did see the spider that bit Miles in this universe, did we?
That universe didn't have a Miles.
Oh, yeah, true. So can't even do that.
I mean, you can. Yeah. You can say Peter that Tony didn't give it to him also because he wasn't, ready yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Miles should be at the perfect to get his spider powers. Actually, that much.
Yeah. Man, we really just need to Marvel really need to just tell us what these powers are. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, is there any other final thoughts on this before we end the night, guys?
No.
Yeah. It is what it is, audience. So,
yeah. I kind of hope they tell us what the powers are before the book. Because if we go into the book and they're all the setup for this powers in their ass, I'm not gonna lie.
One of the powers is Big Bertha's power from the Great Lakes Avengers. The one that lets you go fat and back to being skinny.
Yeah, and I also think that's also the problem, that all the powers should be powers that someone already has. Mm-hmm. So whoever gets them is going to be kind of just replacing that person.
Yeah.
So they can't be powers that are too popular or they'll cause a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it has
true.
powers that are misused at the very least.
That's true. But hey, hopefully Marvel could tackle that, give us a proper resolution to that. So, alrighty, guys. Jake, you want to pay that end theme?
Sure.
Gotcha. Thank you for joining us, audience. Stick with us tomorrow when we talk about the comics of the week. So.